And we're here with our mukbang. So welcome to another part of day 256. So for so many parts, you can see the sunset here, the tower. You can see here, we have all of our playthrough, which is a lot, and we have our delicious meal, which is a steak. Thanks to mom. Mommy didn't have to. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know the hairs are messy, but listen, I'm gonna get them cut soon, so allow them a little bit of freedom before they go bye-bye. The reason why we're doing this like that is not because I want to do optical or I want to do horizontal. Bring me the horizon. It's not bring me the horizon camera. Bring me the horizontal camera. It's not that. It's because I have to charge the phone. I think it's the best way to do it. So I don't really have to charge the phone. Oh, we died. 506. It's gonna be important to do a. That's gonna be very important to do something after that. We'll do coin per wave. At that time, we're still gonna have like 2 hours, right? So we're good. So without further ado, bon appetit. We're gonna do caveman style because we're playing Ulula. Or oh, I forgot. How can I forget? Yeah. Something like that. So I'll need a napkin. I forgot the napkin. Sue me. Good. That's also good. Perfect. That's good. Okay, let's go. Perfect. So we're back. Got a lot to do. Again, I feel the need to say thank you, Mom, for everything, which is super kind, super grateful. And it's so generous. This must have cost a fortune. Look at this. Look at the size of this bad boy. So today we're doing mukbang, caveman style, and we're gonna be eating a steak with our hands, which is definitely not something you should do. But hey, when in Rome, there's a Roman. It's blue. Perfectly cooked. Look at this. The cooking is perfect because you have you almost tartar inside, but you also have the crunchy, tasty exterior across the bone. So today the subject is friend and family. We also talk about content. You know? What inspired this is a bunch of things. Right now, we've been up for 13 hours. So definitely on our last leg. Not super tired, but still. That's really fun. Should I eat that? I don't care. It's the best. Wow. It's just the best. Had a piece stuck in my throat. Could have choked me. Come here, doctor, to save myself. Let's not talk. Just eat and we'll talk. And it's so divine. And it's so good. The spice we put on it is so flavorful. It's a shame. The price is too far here. We need to capture it. Maybe next year. Even though next year I'm in the north. For work. Wow. Oh shit. Around here. Kijk die daarin. I'm sure the wine. This is the dream cook. There's so much flavor in the outer layer. And there's so much love in the inner layer. Wow. Such an orgasmic experience. Mm. Mm. My mom also gave me some hard-boiled egg. Really good too. What I want to play. I should keep my hands and be right back. Wow. Oh, that was phenomenal. Holy, what an experience. Wow. 100% would do again. We have another piece of steak, but not today, because today, whew, that was good. That was orgasmic. Wow. So, the subject of the mukbang is friends and family, right? So there are a lot of things that pushed the subject today. Yesterday was, talking about Oliver Tree. That was definitely part of it. Finger looking good. You gotta lick your finger but not your plate. Come on. There you go. Wow. And I'm full. That was a huge steak. I don't know how big it was. But definitely like a solid piece. So yeah, so the subject of the day is inspired by Oliver Tree. It's inspired by my mom's generosity today. We had a new phone. And then, I know it sounds crazy because Oliver Tree just died and, and I don't want to seem like I'm profiting out of it, but this is how it is, I, every single day, I make videos. Every single day, come up with a subject. Every single day, we talk about a different subject, and every single day, I talk about how I feel. So my mom was So today we got this phone, which is the Pixel 10 Plus, Pixel 10 Fold. I'm tired. After a meal like that, you just want to sleep, which is sad because you don't get to enjoy the meal if you go to sleep right away. Like, no, dude, come chill with us, you know. And then we played a game. So this is, technically speaking, this is our 9th playthrough of the tower, and this was very good because, okay, well, seriously, we're doing good every single day. 9 times 12 is how much? The reality was we reached 15 today. So we got the real videos, we got the small video, which is the tower. We have tower, ulala, tower, ulala, tower, ulala, tower, ulala, 6, 8, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So pretty good. And the new phone, the goal was to really be multitasking. So even though we're multitasking with multiple phones, I still don't feel like we're multitasking. So the reason for that is because we are, in my opinion, it's weird. In my opinion, when you multitask, you have to multitask normal and gaming, not gaming and gaming, right? But you can do gaming and gaming. How many times have you played a game and listened to music? How many times have you played a game and listened to a podcast? Go to the bathroom, I'll be right back. There you go. See? Whew. Feels good. So this is honestly not necessarily rehearsing because I don't rehearse. I got ADHD, so I can't rehearse. Which is not true. You can rehearse if you have ADHD. You gotta believe in yourself, guys. Believe in yourself. You got this. And then with the work, it was kind of phenomenal because with the phone, like I was saying, right, multitasking was something. And when you look at every single instance, I have to go back. Holy shit. And before you say, yeah, no wonder you ate next to raw steak. No, guys, my body will not digest it so quickly. It's impossible. I'm pretty sure it's impossible. I'm not a doctor, but I don't think it's possible. So yeah, so come back to what we're talking about. It's one of the most interesting workman that I have in a while. It's a lot of repeated stuff. It's a lot of reheated stuff, but it comes together so beautifully, you know. And then, like I was saying, the problem we have when I multitask is I'm not changing thing, right? So, for example, when I multitask the Hulula and the Tower, there are two games, right? The reason as to why is I want to give more diversity to my viewers, and you still have the main content for both playthroughs, so it doesn't matter, right? So then you're like, okay, well, I'm giving that. No, you put pressure on yourself to do that, but it didn't solve any problem. You still don't have a way to edit. Still don't have a way to publish, to post. Still don't have a way to edit. You still don't have a way to put hashtag, which I don't do anymore. So I'm not sure why I'm saying that, but hey, possibly a deep hidden desire to do it. Oh well, guilty as charged. So yeah, so to me it's really important. To me it's immensely important. It is immensely important, right? And then every single phone had a sort of, not necessarily a problem, but kind of a problem. So most of the phones that I was using are cheap phones. You can find them on Amazon for $100 to $300 max. I think the most money I spent on the phone was $280 for a phone, which is again a phone without a contract. So forget about this phone, forget about the S24 Plus, forget about most of the phones, honestly. But I'm talking about the one where we use just for content, right? They all have problems. So this one, the camera in the back is broken and it's not foldable. I told this story before, I told it today, but it's important to repeat myself for the general idea of the mukbang. Throughout the process, let him cook some raw steaks. Again, I gotta clickbait you guys, I gotta take advantage of the fact that there's a clickbait material here. So we have this, right? And the problem with S24 Plus is that it goes too hot and you can't do it. So every single phone has a problem. And then when I wanted to buy the Huawei Mate, so I told you guys the story, I wanted to buy the Huawei Mate, my mom convinced me to say, hey, no, there's a phone out there because they're easier for you, they're better quality, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, well, which one? And then I said, okay, well, I like this one. Before I knew it, she wasn't talk of, okay, well, I'm gonna buy it, fuck it. And when my mom said something, you can't stop her. Cannot stop her. You cannot stop her. You can't. You can try, but you can't. She'll find a way to do it, no matter what. So she bought the phone, and today the phone was supposed to be super interesting. Now, of course, we're building a base. So today we play more of a game called Tower, which is again my favorite game. And for the Tower is important. It was very important because of the implication of it, right? So the implication of it were, okay, well, it's another playthrough I can play when I'm streaming, when I'm filming, when I'm doing everything and anything. The phone itself is fantastic. There's a couple of things that I don't like. The fact that there's not a screen recorder, which kind of bothers me a lot because I'm working with a screen recorder, and the fact that the camera isn't as good as the S24 Plus. So like, okay, well, I can't. That's the thing. When you give people a certain kind of quality, they'll notice rarely if you upgrade the quality, but they'll notice every time you lower the quality. We filmed for 2 years with this phone. Can't lower the quality because people are used to it. But people don't watch video. It's okay. People don't watch the video, so it's okay. They won't notice, but when they gotta notice and when they gotta see the video, they'll notice, and then it'll matter. Doesn't matter if it matters. It matters today. Doesn't matter if it matters in 5 years. It's like stealing a family heirloom. Okay, and then when the kid is young, it doesn't understand the importance of the family heirloom. When he gets older, and the dad or the mom, I'm gonna use the dad because I want to be the dad, says, I had something for you, but somebody stole it. Maybe that my grandfather gave my father gave to me that I want to give to you. And like, oh shit, I didn't care as a kid, but now I care. Doesn't matter if you do something wrong today. Eventually, I'll get it, right? So, go back to the story. Today was the very first time where I was like, holy shit, this is good. So we spent the whole night working on it. We did all the accounts, so TikTok, YouTube, and that's it. yeah, an email. So from Project Vendetta Gaming, Project Vendetta, Vendetta Gaming, in Vendetta. If you guys notice, I gave you guys an order of the most recent, the oldest. Why? Because I like I like doing that. If I did the oldest to the newest, and I didn't post on the oldest in a while, then it doesn't make any sense, right? It doesn't make any sense. Like when you see a YouTube channel, there's two buttons, oldest and popular. How many of us clicks our oldest? Sir, which in French, clicked on oldest. Not a lot, right? So my mom comes in and is super generous, right? The steaks, the clothes, the food, the phone, which was unbelievable. And I was like, okay, wow, this is insane, right? So I get this phone and I'm like, okay, well, today I was kind of feeling guilty. I'm like, okay, well, because it was an implementation, which I'm going to talk about later on, because it's such a good mukbang, right? Friends and family, which is super important, right? And it's not, it's not, because this is ADHD incarnate, right? This is everything that I watched yesterday, from the uninteresting to the least important to the most important and then most interesting. Why? Because you're a storyteller. You tell a story, and even though you found a nail in a story, you can make it interesting. It was a rusted nail. I wonder why it was so rusted. You know, things like that. So I started working on the phone. I was like, dude, you could have done more, right? But at the same time, we're dealing with the phone, kind of fun, and the phone has a lot of attributes which are super interesting for a work phone, which is AI component and helping me, right? So super interesting. So now, getting into the subject, right? My mom gave me the food today, and me and my mom lately we don't have the best relationship because I lied. I am on welfare, and my mom said if you are on welfare, why am I on? That's a better question. Why am I on welfare? I just feel like I just feel like you go from something that you care about to something that you don't care about, and I don't even give a chance to a company to say, "Hey, interest me to work there." Most of the application that I post don't get replies, and most of the application that do get replies are student jobs, which is 12 to 20 hours, and you know, and you're like, first of all, that's not even gonna pay all my bills. Second of all, yes, it's a pride in working, but I am working. You understand? It's just the difference of remuneration, difference of having a job, a difference of a title, difference of a profession, difference of co-worker, difference of a boss, difference of a schedule, you know, difference of vacation. So when you have vacation, it matters. Why do you appreciate sunrise? Because at night there's no sun. Why do you appreciate sunset? Because you say goodbye to the sun until you wake up in the morning, and then you see it again. Understand? Why you understand why you like sunny day? Because there's rainy day, right? Somebody's knocking at the door of somebody else, which is in the morning, 6 o'clock. So yeah. So then my mom comes in to give me all that stuff, and lately relationship hasn't been going well because I'm like, I was working because she told me that you're on welfare, I'm not going to talk to you. And my mom is like, I love her, you know, she's my mom. Definitely a mama's boy. I'm a dad's boy, I'm a mama's boy. Try to please the parents in, you know, the most possible, because they have expectations which are high. Like, I don't have a lot to give, but what I do have, I give energy, time, you know. And so it's tougher. And then relationship wasn't that good. And then my mom, which I adore, has a tendency to overgive. Such a tendency to give you a lot. And then when you fight with her, she'll give you gifts because she feels bad, and this is a way of saying thank you and saying I'm sorry, you know. So then she told me, and then with the phone, I was feeling guilt. I was really working, you know. And I was like, okay, well, the phone is fantastic, but in what purposes can I use it? Which was very important to me because it's one thing to have a tool. It's another thing to use a tool, you know. I have a guy who has a bag of tools full of nails. Like, where's your hammer, bro? So I don't need a hammer. I got nails. Like, yeah, well, that's the point, bro. You know. So all of this to say, she was generous, right? So I called her to say thank you. The phone is working, which is completely awesome. Got text for some reason, I don't know why. And then what happened was she kept saying, I hope you change. I hope you change for the better. Which is like, hey, I give you something. Now it's time to give me something, right? And then it's tough because, you know, I felt like bringing up something like Oliver Tree, you know. I mean, in my opinion, do I need to change? Absolutely. Absolutely. I just ate a raw steak. My hairs are a mess because I took a shower 10 hours ago, and because they're long and curly, it's harder to take care of, right? I can lose some weight. I can clean the apartment. I can smell better. Perfume, shave. Look, not shaved. I don't even know. I can't even tell you what time I shaved. I don't even remember what time I shaved. You know, because it didn't matter. Just didn't care. Just was life. And I was like, okay, well, you know what? Life is this way. And then, you know, of course I want to change. Of course I want to improve that. You think I don't want a job I love? Think I don't want a decent 9 to 5? Not a part-time job. Because I've had part-time job before. I just don't connect. I just don't care. I'm like, okay, well, I'm here like 3 days a week to get this over with. Versus, hey, I'm going to be here 5 days a week, and next week I'm going to still be there. You know? So it's very different in my opinion. Which again, is my opinion. You can disagree, you can agree. Doesn't matter. So that was complex. That was another part of the complexity. And then you had the sort of the extreme, the other extreme, which is, well, why am I changing, and what is really needs to change? You have this perception of what is to change, right? You have this perception of what is to change, and you have the reality of what you need to change. Like working harder. My parents, because bless their heart, don't believe, or they sort of believe but not really, in the fact that my mom is complex. My mom, she's like, well, you know, I just expected you to do more. If it was supposed to work, it would have worked by now. So my mom believes it, but believes that if it was to happen, it would have happened. My father's like, well, my father's a bit more rational. My father's a bit more critical thinking. He'll say things like, well, you know, it's the one that she didn't make it because it's the one that she didn't make it. Yeah. Because it's so competitive. It's like an athlete. There's an endful that makes a job of it, and you're not part of the endful. And it literally kills me when I scream at them and say, hey, dude, you don't understand, I still make content. I just didn't want, because for me, one of the reasons also why I don't tell them, because my parents, if I tell somebody, I would tell them. I told Carly. Carly's the only one that knows because I care about her. She's an amazing woman. Carly's a fucking blessing, you know. But she's the only one I talked about because I feel comfortable. My parents don't want to talk to them about it because I'm like, dude, one of the reasons why I'm not posting is because deep down, I know I might possibly fail again. And it's one thing to fail and face yourself. It's another thing to fail and hurt the people that are close to you, you know? And then I've lost friends because I was kind of preferring to work and 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 work. I didn't have the story of principle. I didn't have the story of priorities, not principle, priorities. I didn't have the story of, hey, dude, what's more important to you? Your friends, your family, or work? Work. Like, you're my friend. You understand that I need to work, right? I became obsessed. I became unhealthy. But then the whole project was crazy because when you look at the content, there's no clear line. It's everything and anything. It's bizarre, right? But then you look at amazing people. I was talking about Oliver Tree. Like, Oliver Tree, he came in the scene with a bowl haircut, giant jeans, and a scooter, been in a car. and people were like, dude, this guy's gonna be fucking famous one day, you know. Nobody believed in him. Why? Because it's a new concept, you know. One of his first popular song was Alien Boy. And this is a song about being weird. I fell down to earth on 1,000 miles away, but somehow I still make it work. And I'm overrated and somehow played out 3 doors down, 'cause you can't ignore it. I hate you down like a Velociraptor. Like a Velociraptor. I don't know. I cannot talk in English today. Too tired. But yeah. My teeth are sharp. My teeth are sharp like a razor sharp. Got a spider eyes. 'Cause your bitch ass sleeping. I feel good. See, and when people saw that, they couldn't believe it. I watched Outdoors Boy yesterday, and this was a one-on-one. And what is super important is Outdoors Boy is also very popular, but also very traditional, very old school. It's a father and his kid, and the mom also. Let's not diminish the work that the mom do. You fucking rock queen. Shout out. He's with his kid, and he's just chilling with his kid and teaching them how to survive in the forest. And he goes on this trip to survive yesterday, which is why I implied. And this is insane because I am a planet. I swear to God, I didn't plan it. It just happened. Yesterday, I was doing Ulala, and I felt like watching something. And I was like, okay, well, I watch a lot of movies lately. So does YouTube has a lot to recommend. That is my algorithm. I watched a video. I don't even remember the first video that I watched. But up next was a 3-hour special of the Outdoors Boy. 3 years in Hawaii. 12 million views. And there has to be some people that says, hey dude, you're taking your kids away from life for 3 years. It's not realistic. But then you see the video, how much the kids have fun, how much they learn, what they were able to accomplish, what they were able to do. It's insane. It is insane. And then you realize, like, okay, well, these are lifetime experiences. These will change the kids forever. You don't want to know something crazy? You want to know something crazy? I'm going to be an asshole. Listen, I'm a fan of the Outdoors Boys. So please understand that when I'm saying this, I mean from the bottom of my heart. You see Luke, which is in charge of the Outdoors Boys, the patriarch, right? And you see him, and he's somewhat nerdy. Doesn't look like the alpha male, you know? Doesn't look like Top G, bro. Top G, bro. What's your Bugatti? Yeah, I'm gonna get canceled for that, but who cares? So he doesn't look like that, right? But then you see him survive, like, okay, well, this guy knows ball, right? And then there's instances where it's so fun, it's so funny. I was watching a video, he lost his glasses. I'm like, who loses their glasses, bro? But he did. So it's okay to mess up, right? But then Luke accomplished something that every single dude wanna accomplish. A successful YouTube career? Yes, of course. A loving wife and good family? Yes, of course. But right now, his oldest, which is Tom, has a channel called Outdoors Tom, where he does the same thing his father did. His father was so meaningful, so inspirational, that now his son does it. So you realize that, and you realize that that's the man's biggest gift. And I had my father wanted me to be like him, work for this. Knowing that I couldn't be a welder because it was too much concentration and dangerous. But he wanted me to be working for the city. Say, oh, you could be a janitor. You can be whatever you want. I was like, why can I not work someplace else? You know? And the truth is, I never know what I want to do, right? But all of this to say, I have this vision, such a precise vision. The only person that knows some of it is Carly. And I gotta be honest, Carly, she's fantastic. She's super smart. She's super perceptive. She's super mature. But I cannot tell her the whole plan because it sounds insane. I gotta tell her, listen, I'm gonna film content for 2 years. That I'm gonna release because I want people to think that I did a self journey to improve, to lose the weight, to be healthier, to be mentally more capable, to be more popular, to come back with a different life, a new and improved version of Ink. But it's not new. It's not improved. It was a taught and process that I'm able to show. Because I didn't post it when it was happening doesn't mean that it didn't happen. You understand? You cannot explain that. You cannot explain that. Oh yeah, well, you know what? Right now I'm working like a freaking horse. I'm watching Tulsa King, so horses. And it doesn't gonna pay right now, but in 2 years I'm gonna release it. How does that make sense? It doesn't. It has the beauty of it. People are not in the vision. And that's okay. And I want that. I want that. I want to be a visionary. You know? But then I'm brought back to my friends who gave me advice, say, hey, you should make this video. I got really pissed off at a guy. I got really pissed off. Really, really pissed off. Like something where I didn't insult him, but I was like, dude, just don't come to his life anymore, you know? And it was worse than blocking someone. Because you're telling them physically, don't do it. And this guy, I was telling him, I was just talking about subject. Like, oh, you should do this. He did it once, he did it every time they came up with something, you should do like that. And I'm like, dude, who are you? Who are you, bro? Why are you constantly telling me what to do? You know? Can I just have a vision? Can I just do something? And my friends coming in and be like, hey, you should do this, it's important, you know? And you want to follow them. But you don't, because you want it to be something. You want to be self-made. You don't want to be self-made but with help, you know? And it's tough. And yeah, so with friends it was complex because you're like, this is my thing. Not that you want to get involved, but this is my thing, you know? With my family, my mom, with all the gifts today, but implying that, okay, well, I hope you change for the best. And I'm like, I want to change, but I don't want to change because I'm being told. I want to change, but I don't want to feel like I want to change. See, there's a difference between I want to change and I need to change, right? If you change because you need to, it's not good. If you change because you want to, this is coming from yourself. This is your own perception. This is your own, not volonté. This in French. Fuck, I don't know how to talk today. From your own will. Your will to do stuff. Then it matters. Then it makes sense. Because you didn't do it to please people. You did it to and hope to please people. If you had a guaranteed result, right? If somebody was to give you a paper, okay? Was to give you a paper. And he would say, hey, this is all the answers to the test. If you do this, you're guaranteed a good score. But they tell you something else. There's two versions of the story. They tell you if you do this, you're gonna have 100%. You didn't open a book. But then you realize that people have expectation. They're like, hey, how come you don't get a good grade? What's going on? You gotta tell them that you cheat, so you have to lie, right? And when you come out honest, people are disappointed because you didn't work for it, right? There's a second part where the person tells you like, hey, if I'm gonna give you the answer to the test, sadly I'm missing some of the question. But if you do these answers, you're guaranteed a 68%, 69%, 70%, right? You're guaranteed a passing grade. And you're like, okay, well, you know, oh, sorry guys. Forgot to see. Forgot. What the fuck? Cannot zoom out. And that's so wacky. Oh, I did the same. Oh, I understand. Why aren't you working, dude? Frig off. Frig off. Frig off, Ricky. Frig off, Ricky. Somehow played out. I still make it work. That's what I have to do, I guess. Sorry if it's not perfect, but try so hard. I tried so hard. Not so hard, so hard. I tried so hard, it didn't matter. I had to fall to lose it all. In the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why. To me, it's insane because, you know, you see, I was watching my own video, thinking, okay, well, am I improving? Can I figure out if I improve or I digress? And I was seeing such a different person, and I wasn't sure if I had to be happy or sad. Today, I had a new phone, which is supposed. You don't understand the phone. I've been waiting for it for years. This is gonna be my secret. This is gonna be to play games. This is gonna be to edit. This is gonna be to upload. This is gonna be to do everything. I'm gonna lose some weight. I'm gonna have a TikTok live. I'm gonna have the videos. I'm gonna have my games. There's so much stuff I can do with this phone. It's actually what I need to do. It's actually the best fashion. I got the phone and I start thinking, are you really gonna change? Or are you gonna really improve? Or is it more of the same? Because more of the same is not that great. Not that great, you know? And it's tough. And it's really tough. Because I don't know if there's an answer. I don't know if there's a solution. I don't know if there is ever gonna be a solution, you know? I have this vision, but I'm understanding that people don't understand it because it's so weird. I probably don't understand it myself. I have this perception. In this perception, there's no ending. There's no final goal. There's no guarantee of success. It's not a 5 years plan. It's a 2 years maybe. Oof, come down. And you know what? You know what? I'm gonna tell you something else. Did you ever wonder how far 2 maybes will take you? A 2 years maybe will take you. It won't take you far. I got everything that I ever need. I got good parents. I'm smart. I can work. I can settle. I can go down. I can change. I can do everything and anything that is expected of me. And everybody will be happy. But I cannot push myself to do it. I cannot hold myself to be responsible enough to do it. I feel like it's not in the card. This is not my destiny. But destiny doesn't exist. It's just another madman talking. The truth is I don't have an answer. The truth is I don't know what I'm doing. The truth is I'll never know what I'm doing until I do it. I'm relying on something that won't exist. I'm relying on success. I'm relying on success to be able to tell people like, hey, you saw, I told you it was gonna work. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It never did, never will. That's just fallacy of thinking. That's just fallacy of a fake plan of something that. I'm so desperate to work because I want to be right. And this is an insane thing. I should be like, no, dude, believe in yourself. You're right. The reality is I don't know. You know? So today there's a lot of doubt. And I'm seeing these examples, and once again I'm torn apart. Because I got this simple way out of listening to my family. Got this simple way out of doing something that everybody else does. To follow the herd, to be another sheep. Right? And maybe that's my place. Maybe that's where I belong. And I got another path which shows people that you don't see them as automatic success. You don't see them as being anything but who they are. That doesn't make sense, right? That does make sense. Look at the character that you saw, which is George Costanza, right? And you see the character in a role, and because you see him, oh my god, I finished another continent. Holy dude. That is insane. We did 2 continents in one shot. That is insane, bro. That is insane. Never done that before. And if it's something working, it's working, right? And that is always going to be your mindset. If something works. And on the other side, I got people that are, for example, so Costanza was played by Jason Alexander. Okay, Costanza was a character in Seinfeld. Costanza was the idiot, right? The clumsy, the jerk, right? You didn't want to be Costanza. Even though I like the character of Cosenza, I didn't want to be Cosenza. Hell, I think if you were to take a poll between being Cosenza and Kramer, people would choose to be Kramer. Kramer's a fuck up, right? He's insane, right? So then, Seinfeld ended after 11th season, and it was sad because people really cared about the show. And then some people went in to do other things. Julia Dreyfus, she had a great career. Kramer had a scandal where he went on the scene, which is, I don't want to talk about it because this is kind of what this video looks like. But he went on the scene and said he made a humor. He made a joke, a couple of jokes. He made a stand-up comedy show. People like, we're not getting the joke. It's like, dude, you don't understand. I was on fucking Seinfeld. I'm one of the greater ones. You guys are just dumb. You just don't understand. And then people like, oh yeah? Well, fuck you. And they stopped going to the show. Yeah, they literally stopped going to the show. And then his career was never the same, you know? And then you had Jerry Seinfeld, who kept doing stand-up. And then he had a successful show, which was called Coffee with Comedian, which was pretty good. But then there's Alexander. It took him so long to do shows because people were saying like, hey, it's Alexander. There was even a show with Kirby Enthusiasm. They did a series on that. It was like, dude, you cannot check out this role. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. You know? So I got two paths. One is the right path to do. One is the good thing to do. One is the great thing to do. The great thing in fell. I don't know. It's so simple. And I want to please everybody, but I cannot please everybody. You know? My mom said, I hope you change for the best. And I'm thinking about what can I change? You know? And everything I can change is on the surface. Who I am as a person doesn't change. My dream and aspiration doesn't change. Imagine I have a 9 to 5. I have a wife and kid. And then I started thinking about my time as in Vendetta. And then I started wondering, what if? And I torture myself. Because you'll never know the answer. You didn't push through. Right now, what are we doing, guys? We're pushing through. Just don't know if that's the right thing to do. It's like fate. You don't know what fate has in store for us. Imagine if you believe in destiny and fate, right? But your destiny and your fate is to be a loser. Do you accept it or do you fight? And yeah, what I mean by a loser is something that never got to do what you love. Truth is, most people don't like what they do, but they have the purpose of doing it. I'm gonna feed my kid. Well, you know, I need a job. Anyway, guys, that's it for the mukbang. None of questioning, you know. I have to improve. And again, there's a whole story of the line between Ink and Steph is blurry. I spent my entire day making content and not being myself. Not being myself, but not living in real life or not acting as Steph. I spend more time being Ink than I am being Steph, you know? So when people tell me to improve, I don't think they're talking about Steph. They talk about Ink. The lines are blurry. They're bursting like they're crossing. You know? And the crazy thing is, when you look at the beginning of the project, I was depressed like a shit. Did I improve? I think so. But how can I show it? How can I prove it? And then, if I can show and if I can improve, I can show like, hey, I changed in this way, and I improve in this way. That's not what people wanted. No, that's not what we wanted. We improve, yes, but that's not what we ask. This is not what we want to see. This is not what we had in mind. It's tough. It's tough. It's really tough. Because there's no answer. It never was an answer. It never will be an answer. You can spend your whole life. You can be on a dying bed and say, I wasted my life. I made so many mistakes. You think it doesn't happen? It happens every single day. Is that what I'm aiming for? Is that what I'm aiming for? Is that where I'm going? I don't know. I don't know. No? Like, nobody does what my parents did for me. Nobody does that. My father said said you're supposed to take care of me at your age. And I'm like, if I could, I would. He said, you can't even take care of me. Don't take care of me. He said, you can't even take care of yourself. How can I take care of me? You know? He doesn't understand. And then they don't know. They don't know. They don't know how much I still work. So they think that I'm lazying around. They think that I'm spending my days on the phone, playing games, not doing anything, jerking off. Which is kind of true. But there's a purpose behind it. It's professional. It's content. You know? There's a goal behind it. You just don't get to see that. Because they don't see it. Seeing it is believing it, baby. Because they don't see it, you don't understand it. And then, I promise transparency. But I'm not telling them that I'm making content. Why? Because I don't want them involved. First of all, I don't want them involved. I don't want them to worry about it. I don't want to see me fail. You're better off not knowing. So I'm not being honest. I'm not being honest, but I'm forced to be honest. But I'm not being honest because I'm thinking that not being honest is the right path. It's not the right path. It's the easy way out. It's the coward way out. So is the smart thing to do is to tell, to hurt people? I don't know. Anyway, that's enough for today. I'm gonna go in. We have, I don't know. We have 48 minutes left. 12 hours. Let's go in. Do our tang chicken wings, and that's it. Love you guys. I really do. So 59. Okay. Even these thoughts, these insecurities, I'm not gonna find a solution. By the time I post this, I will already have fun. Moved on. Thought about something else. Thought about a compromise. There's no purpose. There's no purpose in the future. There's purpose in the right now, but the purpose in the right now doesn't get seen. It gets seen in the future. It's like I'm writing a journal. Not a journal, a diary, but I'm writing a newspaper, which in French is journal. And in a newspaper, I'm like, hey, yo, dude, today I got a scoop. And then I was a kid, that was 10 years ago. Who cares? I don't know. Anyway. What is the batteries? Okay, it's not bad. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, true. I'm gonna get the other phone, guys, and I'm gonna be right back. Yeah. Okay. You have a huge problem. What? No! No! You saved. Okay, good. You saved. Okay, good. Okay. Forgot. Fugazi. My apologies. Okay. Now I'm gonna do something special. I don't have the storage. Yeah, it's gonna take too long.
Good. Sounds like heaven. I don't know what's going on over at YouTube. I guess they must have hired a bunch of and ags to work. That's all I can imagine.
Oh, jeez. Tony versus YouTube censorship.
We found
Gonna be check it out if it's
words that they want us to censor. New words.
we transfer something. We're gonna see if it works.
Say the C word anymore because you know who will get mad.
C words.
Give you a hint, it's not men.
Good.
And it's not women with a sense of humor. It's months. Bag. Can't say bag anymore.
Okay, good. Nice. Good. Now we have 2 minutes to watch. We're good. We are good. Do you want to watch the video? Thank God. Look with my freaking glasses. The weather is beautiful. Okay, yes. We're good. We're good. Okay. Je te dis je t'aime dans le folder. So now we have the last Tarot Talk. 59. And then we got 113. 200. We have our last Tarot Talk of the day. Of the first day of IV everything. I don't like seeing this because you guys saw it before, which means I'm not changing things. It's a good place to dry stuff. So we have oh, good. Look at this. I cannot see it anymore, but there was a button where you can see the achievement, which is fantastic. So we have this. There's not a lot to talk about. We had a maximum of a stats 506, which actually gave us 776k coin. It would have been nicer if it was 777. That's fine. We did spend everything on getting some coin bonus. That way we could just chill. Now we're going to bed very soon. We're going to bed in about 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do when I'm going to go sleep is I'm going to put attack speed. I'm going to put health and health regen. So right now what we need to do is 10 minutes of getting some coins. Let's see what we got. We got 8. We got 8 rewards, more round stats, 2 are labs, the rest are coin and gold, card presets, and 25 gem. But then we are right here. The first day is actually quite impressive. And yeah, let's go. Plus d'une fois ou deux. Oh, je t'ai dit je t'aime en novateur. So the reason why we're doing attack and defense, the reason why we're doing a health regen and attack speed is tomorrow we're gonna be unlocking knockback. So everything I'm gonna do is gonna be sort of defensive. The knockback is gonna help push people. The attack speed is gonna be saying how much time you're attacking. The more you attack, the more you knock back. And health and health regen is just gonna help me stay alive for longer. So it's possibly the best thing to do, right? Yes? No? Maybe? Good. So now we have 20 minutes. Let's just watch a YouTube video. I have to time it correctly. So right now we have 27. That steak was good, but now I'm not feeling too sharp. I'm not feeling too good. Should have cooked it a lot more. Good. I'm not feeling good. It was delicious though. Fucking love life. The phone keeps showing up as, hey, you fucked up, but no. So we got 18 minutes. 18 minutes. I can do this. I can do this. You know what? This is perfect.
I love it, and you.
60 minutes 49. This is perfect. So what I'm gonna do after? Look at the sun. This is beautiful. Another day I'm gonna spend sleeping, not going out, which would be nice and healthy. You're doing the wrong choices, bro. Feels good. I look insane? Good. That's what I'm going for.
I love it, and you know, it's that stuff's positive, and there's other stuff that's positive behind the scenes, but the fact that I might lose my fucking house.
That sucks.
Something that I have nothing whatsoever control over.
So then the goal is to start. What we're gonna do now is gonna be uploading everything, editing everything, which is great. And then we do have one last goal, which is super simple, which is what? Drumroll, please. Our last goal is to start transferring files from here to here. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. Engage with the content. Good. So the goal would be to do. I'm gonna see who has more pull. The goal is to be transferring here. Because here I'm gonna start editing tomorrow as I wake up. I don't know, man.
Guys, I don't know. Like I said, it sure seems to me like you guys are dead now. What happened? We were having a good time. The whole first hour, I'd say, was happening. All of a sudden, you guys have completely quieted up. No one's even tagging me in the chat anymore. So, well, you know, it's like I told you guys, all right? This is a game that I've enjoyed doing because it was something different. It was outside of my comfort zone. It allowed us to chill and have a good time. I feel like now we have other games. Like, for example, right now, we have Art Graders. And Art Graders is a game where I'm playing, but I'm also chilling, hanging out, learning about the game, but also
So there was a storage problem. We did sort of good. Every single playthrough went well, except for this one, no, this one, yes, this one, and Crown. So 3 out of 9. But that one is only because we fucked it up. We didn't know how to work it in the beginning.
The stream chat is deadly quiet right now. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Hopefully my stream is not going down right now and I'm not being suspended. Actually, I should pause. Hopefully I'm not being suspended for false DMCA right now. I hope. Because the stream chat is not moving at all. And that's not good. That's making me nervous. Well, everyone, we're coming down to the
Good.
end of our Truck Sim stream. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. I'm going to be honest. Maybe our last. I felt like tonight the whole first hour was great. The second hour people didn't really have much to talk about. And I'm gonna be honest, yeah, the engagement and support have dwindled a lot on these streams. You know, maybe it's because we didn't play it for 2 weeks. I think this is the best one with the setup. Like, look, the visuals.
See, we clean up our minutes. It's a lot better though.
I'm able to actually read your chats, but I'll be honest, I'm feeling a vibe that we should move on and do other stuff. I don't know about you guys, but
Ooh.
it's not like how it used to be. Like, it used to be this big thing we do every week.
Feel constant conscious about the apartment.
Now that I feel like Hangouts, like I said, the Art Raider streams seem to have taken over. I know, it was always the thing. I said, will Truck Sim make it into 2026? It was the challenge, but I don't think so, man. Tonight just seems like a big indication that it's not really working.
And the greatest thing is, every single playthrough of the tower is gonna be done for the nights, and until we start tomorrow at like 7 or 8. Not tomorrow, today at 7 or 8 p.m. But this one's gonna be starting at 2 o'clock. We're probably gonna be skipping. We're possibly gonna be skipping. Um, I don't know. Possibly be skipping Overgeared Hero. We're gonna be skipping 7 Nights of the Kingdom for sure, and shooting it for Wuthering Wave. Looking for the controller.
Slayer, I don't know. Like Slayer, to be honest, this is how I think it works. It's just that this is a night stream, and Heartbreaker's gonna be a day stream. No, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, like, take a look at tonight. This is like so different. The vibe tonight. The first hour, people were like more excited to set. The set was new. Then all of a sudden, like, I'm talking to myself. Like, no one's barely anyone's talking to me. You know, we're just doing the same thing. Nothing. We bought the state DLC. I'll be honest. I don't think there was anything interesting in it. It really didn't do anything. Wow, we put a skin on the truck, right? I feel like the game is running its course. I don't know, man. Again, convinced me otherwise, but it didn't seem like tonight was a very great night. I felt like people were more bored than anything, and I'm sitting here saying, is anyone going to talk to me? And people weren't. It's sad and pathetic and terrible. I think we have more people on the stream right now sitting here saying, is this the last Truck Sim stream? Are people not going to support?
Good.
People's going to want to drop the stream. There's more people here for that than to actually show the Truck Sim, and that's, you know what that reminds me of? I'll tell you exactly what that reminds me of. The Best Street. You remember how the Best Street was a double-edged sword? Where every time that we did the Best Street, it was like, well, it's great because I'm getting support, but then everyone just wants to sit there talking about the Best Street. That's what I feel is happening now with Truck Sim. Like I said, I think what's happening is people are not taking for granted that the Best Street is going to continue, and so people who maybe would pay attention.
That was Neo.
Which is fine. Again, I'm not saying that it's a big deal if the Best Street doesn't continue. I'm just telling you it's fine if it doesn't. Well, I'm just saying I know some people would actually be upset if the Best Street didn't continue, and then be mad at me that, oh, why don't you tell us what's going on, you know? That people are coming to say, well, will it live to 2026? And then, you know, we stream when we have a good time or whatever.
I'm gonna close everything at 12, and I'm gonna keep this on. This is everything. Okay, this is beautiful. Pretty happy about what we did today. We did an intro. We opened up things. We did the shopping haul. We did a mukbang. We did the Ulala talk. We did the tower talk, which was good. We did the tower for a while. We got all of the accounts on it already. So all I need to do is just getting. Oh shit! Do I have to download it or no? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, good. That's important also. Studio. Yeah, YouTube Studio, just in case. There you go. Look how cool this is, the three of them. Super fucking cool. Is it true? Holy shit, today is nice.
All of a sudden, there'd be last-minute Hail Mary contributions out of nowhere. And it's like 10 subs, 20 subs, a giant tip out of nowhere at the end. That's,
good.
Again, that's not...
Oh, today I have to figure out how to get the phone to be able to text.
Oh, I really like it, but that's not really the point. Who really likes the game and are going to Hail Mary it. For a lot of the times, it has actually been 220. But it hasn't always been 220, to be clear here. It hasn't always been that. Because remember, I've been playing this game since April, but it really feels like that's always been... I mean, ever since that 1 week, if you remember, where it was very poor support, and I said, that's it. And then all of a sudden, everyone would complain, and next week we brought it back, then all of a sudden every week after there, like last minute Hail Mary, last minute tip, last minute sub. But that's not supposed to be how it works. Well, oh my god, he cried. Little baby. It's supposed to be there's enough people who like it, not 5 people. I want to be a streamer that's making content that the public want to see. They want to come hang out with me and have a good time.
Do you think that's what they want to see? They just want to have a good time?
Those are the people who support everything. You see, like that's not the intention. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. So I'm just saying that's there's many games that are doing very well right now in my rotation. That's not the case.
I need to sleep. Could have done more, but that's okay.
In fact, isn't this interesting? Let's be honest here.
Because tomorrow's a new day,
All the games we've been playing,
new
it's
opportunity.
the only game that I have not played since before the Asmongold interview. This is the first time that I'm playing this game since the Asmongold interview, and you notice that it's not doing very well. Out of nowhere. I'm just saying. Yeah, guys, I don't know what to say. I can't really make a lemonade out of lemons when it's not lemons, it's turds. Like, you don't want me to make turdade, do you? No, Ricky, stop making excuses. He goes, oh, it's because you started late. I started 20 minutes late, and then we jumped right in and we're good. Like, what you're saying is nonsensical. It would have been something if I was an hour or two late. Someone showed up because I was an hour or two late. I was 20 minutes late, and everyone was here. The attendance, you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about?
I forgot to do something important.
Shocked. Here's why. Since the Asmongold interview, it seems like the chill things that we've been doing, like Chill with Phil or the hangout session before a gameplay stream, we've had more than 80.
Ouch.
I just don't feel like it's that important anymore like it was. It's kind of like when we were doing Ask the King, but then we started hanging out.
Good.
So why do we need Ask the King? Well, if we're having shows going wrong, we're having hangout sessions.
Okay, good. Perfect. So now, what I'm gonna try to do is try to put a SD card in that
No,
phone.
it's not true at all, because now people are, oh, the roaches all went home, the roaches are gone. Then why is my viewership up? Right? When we used to do Truck Sim, I barely brought in 200 viewers a night on YouTube. I never hit 100 on K. Now we have 285.
Look at this, SN Plus.
Right now, at the end of the stream on YouTube, we have over 100 on K. They didn't go away. It's just that they're not vocal every stream. They are vocal some streams, and not game.
I did a Viking burial for this phone.
They always want to say everything is toxic negative, right? But this game has gone on so long, and again, we're hanging out every day, and that was the point of the stream, and now you're noticing people aren't even tagging any questions anymore. If you stream that's the point of the stream, then there's no point.
This is the dumbest thing I ever done.
You guys are like doing everything you can to convince me without convincing me. Like, what have you done to convince me yet? Nothing. When they don't know shit. They're just a bunch of fucking know-nothing idiots. What if I got 20 subs on Kick right now? I would say thank you and I'd be grateful. But that's the point I'm making. It shouldn't be like it. It shouldn't be, oh, it's the end of the Truck Sim, or excuse me, it's the end of the American Truck Sim stream. Oh, let's now drop a Hail Mary and Phil, hits an arbitrary number of support, and now we do it again next week. That's not the point of the stream. Driving right off the road here. Look at this. Nice. Rowan says, are you over the game? You want to play other games? Dude, no exaggeration. Look at this. Damn. Dude, I was over this game like 3-4 months ago. Like, no lie. I was over this game a while ago. And then people kept coming back and saying, we want it again. Where were you last week? Oh, it was a one-off. Then we would do it again. It would work for like a month. And then we'd have another stream where it was dead. And I'd say, that's it. We're done. No, we want it again. Where were you last week? It's very bizarre the way that this game has been handled, where people all claim that they constantly want it, and then when I do it, all of a sudden the people won't show up for it. We hit the goal now, or we don't play the game again, period. There's no negotiation, there's no bullshit. Either we contribute now, or we don't see the game again. Too bad, but then they show up for it, and then they don't want to talk, they don't want to support. What are you here for? You know what I'm saying?
To watch a game?
Again, this is so, to me,
Good.
correlating with how the best stream went.
Boom.
Where it was like, oh, it's a good thing because I got so much support then it got to the point where every night people would just show up. Is he gonna hit the best streak?
I haven't used this, and I sort of got 2-3 years.
I don't want to be about that every night. I want us to have a good time. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we had a very good time tonight. I think the first hour was good, and after that it went, and it got super boring, and people completely disengaged, and then people stopped supporting because of it, and then all of a sudden, oh, here comes the troll brigade, right?
Sim SD card.
The stream has gravitated away from being a place to hang out and interact and have fun, and instead a way for someone to say, I control Phil's content, so let me throw him some money this week to hit a goal so that he'll continue to play it. Because if you haven't noticed, that's exactly what it's been, right? Has it not? Has it not been that for the last several months? It's like, oh, looks like it's not doing well. Oh, look, all of a sudden I'll pile a bunch of support on the end of the stream. Phil hits the goal, and the truck sim continues, right? And now
Holy crap, is it tight?
it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like now I think what's happening is because we don't have goals.
Because what happened with this one is
This stream is now
we are starting to record every TikTok show.
to be honest. That was how it used to work. We have a goal, we hit the goal, we keep playing. Well, that's not the case anymore because there's no goal. So now, essentially, the people who are throwing money at stuff kind of don't control the content anymore because overall, I'm doing well. I'm doing really
Good.
well right now. So why do I care if a one-off stream hits a goal? I don't even have one. You know, that's totally not the vibe I got tonight. That's obviously, honestly, not the vibe that I've gotten for the last 2-3 months of this game. I feel like this game has always been on its last legs, and then someone said, "Here comes the final Hail Mary touchdown pass at the end to keep it going."
I haven't used SD card in a while, so SD card.
Now we get someone doing a 220 super chat saying, "Welcome home, Phil. Welcome home, what? Please tell me how I begged for money tonight. I didn't.
Look at this. Look at this.
Support the content.
Oh my god, this is insane.
The goal and continue the game. Did I? Never said that at all, you fucking idiot. Because you're an idiot who wants to pretend like that's what happened. No, your narrative is so broken and busted because you are the one who's fucking felt it. Because I've proven time and time again that I am successful at what I do, not being a toxic jerk, but instead
Look at this.
positive, fun content. And I am finding ways to be successful despite all the crap that you say. You're just an idiot. Yeah, what you're saying didn't happen. But go ahead and create your own narrative and circle jerk your retard, fan
Whoa.
out there. It doesn't affect
Is that a good? That's not a good saying.
affects the mentally deficient like you.
I don't have items to get rid of toxic. So I can't cure toxic.
You're exactly right, Broden. But that's because you're intelligent. Broden says he's saying the opposite of what they're saying. He wants to break and get away from that kind of stuff.
Nice.
No donos to keep
It's working.
they want to, but this is
I'm gonna say something crazy. You're not gonna believe this shit.
they are mentally deficient. They can't understand
SD card. Look at this.
they can't understand a factual situation.
This was 2020.
Is that their fantasy
2020.
head is real. They actually believe that I'm doing bad, that things are going forward.
I don't know why I was on a trip.
That's how dumb these people are. They actually believe that.
2020. You see the real chance of love.
Their life is so miserable.
Darcy, 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, but how do I raise my intelligence? I don't know how that works.
It's actually crazy, dude. This is 5 years old and it still works perfectly fine. We didn't really use it though. 720, what was going on? Ah, okay, cool. So you know what I did? I bet you everything that you want. And they did correspond, by the way. So I bet you what you want. That what I did was I got to the... Oh yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. Because what I'm thinking is it was before Christmas. So I'm thinking I got the Christmas break.
I want you to understand something. This literally
Nice. Good.
is
So I think what happened was
starting now.
that I downloaded some videos and some music to go back to work, and then the pandemic happens now. And then the pandemic, I got the Wi-Fi, so I didn't need to download anymore. Which again,
Kicking Cajun on Kick says, You gotta tell Jake he needs to pay up or he can't pick shots. Be a base king, that'd be funny. You know what's funny? Maybe you don't have the right to speak up unless you contribute. Maybe if you actually gifted something, then maybe you have something to say. And I've been made aware of some shenanigans. That people cheating. It's sad, because something like this you would think, dude, it's just a one-day marathon Phil's doing. It's not some big deal, right? So,
Good.
I'm sure this will be legit.
And then we save money. We didn't spend anything.
I can't believe it. Like, it's some big deal what I played today, right? We're gonna be playing
The reality is there's a 100% chance that I got enough SD cards that are empty in there to take to fill up all my phones.
Here, I think you can figure it out where the cheating came into play. All right. So what happened was, after I put these 2 polls up, the moronic detractor trolls on their moronic detractor discords. Yes, because they're so stupid, they have Discord accounts that they let anyone join. So basically, there's a zillion people in
Discord
there
server.
going down, and they all tell me all about it, even though I don't ask for this information.
So good. So now I'm gonna go sleep.
So they outright
Oh.
tell me, yeah, so what they want you to do is they want you to play Lost Records again because they know that the game sucks. They know that the original playthrough was boring as dirt, and that if you were to play this during the event, that basically that hour that you play the game, everyone's going to leave and say it sucks ass. So they're going to vote this massively up so that it's the big winner of the voting. So that way you'll have to play it, and that'll just tank your marathon. Okay? This is the dumbest rationale I've ever heard. Number 1, I'm only going to play it at most for an hour. Number 2, I said if we're playing a game and it doesn't work, we'll just go right to the next game. If they didn't cheat, there would have been a stronger chance that I would have played it, because if it was legit, and let's say it ended up being 4th or 5th place, I might have still played it. But now that I know that they cheated, of course I'm not going to play it. That, in reality, before they cheated, Lost Records was like maybe 6th place, 5th place.
Phil, fine.
But then when they cheated, it jumped to 1st and stayed at 1st.
Good.
It's their own fault. Actually, I might have played it today, but now because of them, we're not playing.
So now, guys, I'm gonna go sleep. So now what I'm gonna do is super simple. I'm gonna stay up a little bit, which is true. I'm gonna go sleep, but before that I'm gonna stay a little bit up. And what I'm gonna do when I'm staying up is I'm gonna make sure that we upload, that we edit what we have to edit, that we transfer what we have to transfer. And that's pretty much it. So, thank you so much for being here, even though you're not really, but that's okay. I didn't post it. Today's gonna be a beautiful day where I get to sleep. So let's enjoy the beautiful kiss of sleep. Now the cool thing is, we're not closing. We are not closing everything. We're closing everything except for Vendetta everything. Vendetta everything before we close. I almost forgot. Not a big deal, but I almost forgot. Let's not forget to change the labs to attack speed, damage, no, attack speed, health, and health regen. Yeah. Anyway, I'm keeping you up. Achievements. Look at this, a new frontier. Look at the achievements, it's so cool. Super squad goal, unlock guild, new frontier, unlock event. They tell you the date, which is fantastic. They tell me to go on YouTube live to stream my gameplay. So yeah, guys. And I love you. That you matter. I'll see you all you kings and queens tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, sir. Okay, so that's going here. Whew, what a day.